Polycystic ovarian syndrome, or PCOS, does not have to control your life. In this short video, I'll reveal two overlooked nutrients and a proven diet that could help you take back your health naturally. First, let's start with the nutrients. And this one is actually used to be referred to as vitamin B8, but it is also known as inositol. So you'll see here, very interesting study in 2023, January, that said inositol is an effective and safe treatment in polycystic ovary syndrome. A systematic review and meta-analysis of randomized controlled trials. Why do I like meta-analyses? Because it's a study of studies. Too often we look at just one tiny little study and we do too much based on one study, where we really want to see it from multiple perspectives, get multiple forms of feedback on this. And I want to just go down to the conclusions here because I like it's very succinct. It says inositol is an effective and safe treatment in PCOS. Moreover, inositols, because there are multiple forms, showed non-inferiority in most outcomes compared to the gold standard treatment, metformin. And I could talk for a long time about that mechanism of action, but this is exciting news for anybody. So this leads me to help you understand that, yes, you may want to run out and grab some inositol right away. There's always a happy zone when it comes to foods, right? There's that sweet spot between too much and not enough. And I want to make sure that if you're going to do this, that you are being aware that there is interactions with other nutrients. And somebody may go out and not have as great a result as they thought, because what we need to know is this other key nutrient. And that other key nutrient is iodine. Iodine being hugely missing in a lot of people's diets. And I just want to go straight down to the conclusion of this study from this medical journal. The bottom, it says here, iodine complex used in the treatment of cystic ovaries, but also miscarriages and infertility, which is something a lot of people are concerned about when it comes to PCOS, is found to be very effective. Now I'm going to go to the top just to show you, this is interesting. This medical journal in 2013 said the miracle of iodine complex in the treatment of cases of polycystic ovarian disease induced by subclinical hypothyroidism. That means somebody's low working thyroid, but it's not so much that it's overt. And hang in there with me, this is important. So this next piece really kind of shows how they work together. This study was talking and highlighting how inositol has gained a positive opinion in endocrinology fields because of the restoration of proper thyroid functioning, meaning that the iodine and the inositol work synergistically. There is a balance that comes with these nutrients in nature. And sometimes we need to make sure that we're not just getting one nutrient, but multiples together to make a difference when it comes to how nutrition is affecting us. And so this was talking about a novel, promising combination for iodine deficiency, combining these two together. So to keep this short, what are some foods high in inositol? Well, I mean, we want to be looking at whole foods. Always whole foods are the source that you want to go to instead of too many synthetic isolations. So look at these foods like beans, kidney beans, peas. Make sure that you're getting a good whole food source of these. Now, grains is next, but I would be cautious telling somebody to eat grains because most people are eating grains in a refined form. They're eating it in breads or biscuits or crackers, and it has possibly lost some of these nutrients in it. So it has to be in the whole food form to truly be something that I would encourage someone to look at in the use of this. And then foods high in iodine are going to be those things coming from the ocean, things like cod and seaweed and seafood, mostly from the ocean. And I would also point out, if you are going to look at things like eggs, that this says up here, and dairy products, make sure that it is sourced somewhere that is near the ocean, because the ocean is really where it holds on to most of the iodine, and that can't get into the foods unless we are getting it from that way. And then just to wrap this up really quickly, just to give you some excitement and give you some actionable things to do, the final piece that is important to look at is the effects of a ketogenic diet in overweight women with polycystic ovary syndrome. Now, this was a 2020 study. And again, very encouraging. If we go to the conclusion, it shows the results suggest that a ketogenic diet may be considered as a valuable non-pharmacological treatment for PCOS. So my biggest takeaway here in all of this and making sure that I'm bringing this to your attention is first to let you know that there's a lot that you can do from your own standpoint. And what you can do is help identify what has been missing from your diet that is essential for your body to function. What can you do to bring more of that in and let your body try to heal itself? And what are some of the things that you may have been doing too much of that can be contributing to the problem? And yes, a ketogenic diet is going to reduce the intake of refined carbohydrates. It's going to reduce carbohydrates in general. And that may be something that you're not ready to do. And I understand that. But what I would like you to do is think about maybe trying to find a meal or two a day where you're learning how to have less carbs in that meal and celebrate those meals where you have the lowest calories, or I mean carbohydrates, so that you can start to understand how this is a possibility. And you don't have to necessarily do all of it at once. But if you start to layer these in and start moving yourself in that direction, you can really start to empower yourself with this knowledge and have an experience for yourself that will give you a healing, not just in this one specific area of your life, but every area of your life that needs these essential nutrients. Thank you for watching. Hope this was helpful, and we'll do longer video, a little more detail on this for those of you who want more information.